EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. That catch good for only a couple, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To the air again, Herbert. Flushed out right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18. 18 big yards on the... So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Open man is Samuel, complete. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Herbert throwing again. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Bengals nothing. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
Justin Rohrwasser for the...
So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Bengals
Point after,
nothing.
right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble. To return it, Darius Phillips. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this one's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
Chargers.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you're starting to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Curtis Samuel. It's a gain.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 2nd down, Eckler. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up second.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Got a man. It's Ross complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Mixon with a first down carry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Seibert's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
4-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
49's the mic. Watch 49. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, it's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
7-yard attempt.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll fire one deep for Westbrook, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. That'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 9.
Again, Herbert escaping the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
He's crashing. Free. Watch the eye. Shoot.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Bengals 3. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow airing one out for Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm going for the sake until there's nothing left. I'm going to the bed until we all got them buckets. Footsteps coming.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
To kick off.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, Burrow. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Chargers 35. Bengals 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Rohrwasser now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Chargers 42, Bengals 17.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow on play action. Oh, then the spin. Open man is Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Three.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 18-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Pickup. 1st down, Chargers.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Chargers 49, Bengals 24. Pat O'Donnell set to...
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 7 yards, the pickup there.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. D.D. Westbrook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
For the point after.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
At the 20-yard line.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. And he stopped immediately there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Bengals grab it. Taking it right down Broadway.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd there to make the grab. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Chargers first down. Today's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So, for the Chargers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half.